welcome to my channel. I just wanted to discuss today something that popped up in my feed of like recommended shorts, and I clicked on it, and I've never heard about this content creator woman, Christi Fritz. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but apparently she has a big TikTok following, also on YouTube. I don't have TikTok, but I found her on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel as well. So let me set this up and then we'll discuss. Apparently her and her husband got the soles of their shoes off and they're walking barefoot around town and going in the stores, because some stores, of course, you have to have shoes on, but they have this whole thing that, oh, we love walking barefoot. So, okay, the stage is set.
Of all of our shoes. We decided to start walking barefoot, and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else. This is a huge commitment, but we were willing to make it. These are our favorite shoes. Our shoe collection is worth more than $20,000, but this is a sacrifice we're willing to take because walking barefoot means the world to us. The benefits of walking barefoot are priceless, so now our shoes are sure if this is going to be easy or hard, and shelves where our toes are and our heels are. We made a little lip on the bottom of the shoe where our toenails will go so they can latch on, so we'll actually be able to hold on to the shoe while trying to walk without the bottom. And we did the same thing for our heels. The experience of cutting off the bottoms of our shoes was very freeing and detoxifying, just like walking barefoot is. So after we cut the bottoms off, we decided to try it out. So we went to our favorite store, Sephora, and as you know, they don't really like us in here without shoes. I needed to grab a few things for a trip we're going on. The experience was absolutely perfect. The workers came up to us, they complimented our shoes. I definitely recommend this if you're trying to go incognito barefoot. It's the perfect...
I don't want to say I hate people, but sometimes I hate people. This reeks of privilege and is also disgusting. Kids in Africa are walking around barefoot, catching diseases, getting their feet hurt because they can't afford shoes. There are companies that do the whole, I think it's Tom's, right? And there are a lot of companies that do now. If you buy a pair of shoes, they'll donate another pair to a third world country. And these two fools are cutting out the soles of their sneakers, which they said their collection, it's worth $20,000. I didn't spot one Jordan. They all look like fake brands that they got from like a thrift store. I'm not a sneakers person, so I don't know. They might have been real Jordans. Let me know in the comments down below. But this is insane. Get real. And don't get me started on homeless people. There are homeless people out on the streets that can't afford shoes and blankets, and you guys are doing this. I got this sneaker of mine that I wore it to the last minute. Look at this. It's still a great sneaker. Like, it's all good still, but it's because like my toes show. Because for the longest time I was wearing with a black sock so no one would notice. And then at one point it's just like people can notice. I'm really thinking about donating these sneakers, but then my friend was like, if you give those sneakers, those holy sneakers, to a homeless person, they're gonna throw it back at you. Don't disrespect them like that. Going back to Christi and her husband, I know the feeling of wanting to be grounded with earth and with nature. You know that feeling when you step on fresh grass, on a white fluffy sandy beach, or when you go on a hike. I used to hike at to this beach, and then when I hiked up, I used to go barefoot. It was actually like safer, I thought. I felt with my sneakers I was like slipping and sliding. It's a very steep hike, and I started going barefoot, and it's great. It feels great on your feet. You feel the rocks, you feel like the dirt of the cliffs. It's actually a good natural exfoliator for your for the bottom of your feet. So I get that feeling of wanting to be in touch with nature. But these people are walking around dirty ass streets. You know that on a Friday, Saturday night, people coming out drunk out of the bars, they puke all over the streets, they take a piss, and gums. Have you ever had a gum stuck on your foot? Sometimes it takes forever to take that thing out. You have to get like a butter knife to scrape up the bottom of your foot. It's a pain. Oh, and don't get me started on dog poop. There are a lot of cities out there and neighborhoods where people don't pick up the dog poop. There's a special place in hell for people who do not pick up their dog poops. I wish they step on dog poop and make a video. Do you think they'll make a video? I also mentioned glass, pieces of glass. Even if they go to Sephora, If somebody drops something, yeah, the employees, they have to go there and clean up the mess. But sometimes stores don't clean up properly. It's splinters. Have you guys ever got a splinter under your nail? It's one of the most painful feelings in the world because under our nails, it's one of the most sensitive parts of our bodies. I used to work at a deli and I was stocking up the styrofoam cups and plates and stuff. And then I put my hand and like it wasn't even a splinter, it was like a piece of wood. It was so like big and thick, but I thought it was a splinter. And you could see it on my nail, the brown part. And I tried for days to ignore it or to wait because people are saying, oh, it's gonna come out naturally. And it was so painful that I was at work crying. And the doctor, I was apologizing to him because I was crying and I was like, I'm so sorry. There's all these people with like bigger issues than mine and I just have a splinter. And the doctor said, I volunteer for the Red Cross. And you know what they used to do during the Vietnam War to torture people? Put splinters on their nails. So he was saying like, please don't feel bad. I know it's very painful. But imagine if this to Christi and her husband got a splinter in their big toe. And in all honesty, I went through my barefoot phase. It was after I danced ballet for years of my life. My feet, I felt they were always in prison. I always say that shoes are prison for our feet. So I used to love being barefoot. And I'm a flip-flop girl. I'm from Brazil, so we love our Havaianas, our flip-flops. But the more I walked around downtown with my flip-flops on, my ankle black when I come back home. And it's always so hard. I used to get like those roll-ups to exfoliate. And this is from me wearing flip-flops still. And the bottom of my foot was so dirty that would take like or I used to get that young foot mask that you put on your feet and all the dead skin comes off. Another thing that really bothered me in this video is that they use the word detoxifying. Please don't use that word. You're not using it correctly. But also, these people are dumb, right? They're actually pretty smart because I don't know how many followers they have on TikTok, but just on YouTube, they have 197,000 subscribers. I think this video got 1.8 million views. They're laughing all the way to the bank. I will walk barefoot too. So maybe I'm just doing this video because I'm hating on them. When I first watched this video, I was like, man, I don't wish harm on other people. But I was like, a rusty little nail, just to get their feet a little bit infected. I'm not wishing an amputation or anything. Maybe that'll teach them a lesson, because what bothers me too is that there's a lot of young people probably following her, watching her videos, people that are very impressionable, that thinks like, oh, Christi, I love her videos, I'm gonna walk around barefoot too. And then guys, boys and girls out there, Christi is not gonna pay for your hospital bill. I was going to end this video saying that these people are psychopaths, but I just changed my mind. Like I said, they're really smart, because if YouTube promises me that if I put out a video of me walking barefoot downtown San Diego, I will get 1,000 subscribers, I'm not asking much. Just give me 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, I will walk barefoot too. So what do you think of Christi, Fritz, and this whole walking barefoot thing? What does she do with like high heels? How does she cut the bottom of high heels? Huh? Okay, Christi, I got questions for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. I have a thanks button now if you want to hit the thanks button. Also subscribe to the channel so I don't have to walk barefoot to gain 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.